Demon Slayer What Ifs Part 7 The Birth of Michikatsu's Child and Sanemi Trying to Hurt Kanae. Please like and subscribe, it really helps me out and lets me know y'all like the content I put out. Thank y'all and enjoy the video. Michikatsu wakes up and sees Kanae asleep and remembers their wedding that they had. He smiles and kisses Kanae and asks if she's okay. Kanae says she feels the baby kicking and that she getting close to giving birth to their child, which Michikatsu is happy for. Michikatsu tells Kanae that he's going to go train with Yoriichi. When he goes to train with Yoriichi, as they are sparring with their actual katanas, Michikatsu blade turns into a bright purple at the end of his blade that matches well with the dark purple at the top of his blade. Yoriichi notices it and says Michikatsu activated the red blade ability, but instead of it being red, it's a bright purple color. Michikatsu is happy that he can finally put a hurt on Muzan and stop him from regenerating quickly. As they are battling, Yoriichi can feel that Michikatsu's blade is slightly hotter than Yoriichi's red blade and says that it can maybe stop Muzan from regenerating quickly and maybe slightly longer than Yoriichi's red blade. Michikatsu is excited to try it out and can't wait for him to try it out on Muzan or an upper-rank demon. They continue training and practice their slicing technique as they slice up mats. When they finish Michikatsu's crow says that there is an emergency Hashira meeting, that something very bad has happened. Michikatsu and Yoriichi quickly run to the master's mansion, but before Michikatsu leaves, Michikatsu tells some demon slayers to stay at the butterfly mansion and take care of Kanae Tsujikuni, that she could give birth at any time. So Michikatsu and Yoriichi and Shinobu rush off to the master's mansion. When they arrive, they see everyone there except for Sanemi. They wait for the master to arrive, and when the master arrives, he says that there is terrible news, that Sanemi has turned into an upper-rank demon. After Michikatsu and Kanae wedding, he was drunk and ran into an upper-rank demon and feared for his life, cause he was drunk and had no weapon on him, and to be on the edge now since Sanemi knows everything about the Demon Slayer Corps and knows where everyone lives, and he may come and attack us. Michikatsu then starts to feel worried about Kanae, cause he knows that Sanemi was Kanae's ex-boyfriend, and he hasn't really gotten over her, so he starts to feel worried and hopes that she will be okay. While he is at the meeting, the master tells the Hashira to be on guard and to watch out, that Sanemi is now as an enemy of the Demon Slayer Corps, and that if he is seen, kill him, and to also be on the watch for Muzan if he shows up and tries to harm them. The crow will call all the Hashira to the current location. The master then dismisses them, and Michikatsu and Yoriichi and Shinobu race back to the butterfly mansion to hope that Kanae is okay. When they get there, they see some dead demon slayers. Michikatsu and Yoriichi draw their katanas and tell Shinobu to stay back. Michikatsu says he's gonna go to his room and find Kanae, and Yoriichi find the demon. Michikatsu runs to his room. When he gets to the room, he sees sword/marks and opens the door and sees Kanae is safe, but knocked out. He picks her up and takes her to Shinobu to watch over her while he's gonna go back. Sanemi says to give Kanae back. Michikatsu gets so angry that his glad engulfs in purple bright flames with his eyes turning white and runs at him and uses the 13th form of sun breathing, turning Sanemi into shreds, but not cutting his neck off. Sanemi says fool, he'll just regenerate, but feels burning from his body where his limbs were cut and sees he can't fully regenerate anymore. Michikatsu says he deserves to die for trying to hurt Kanae when he is her wife and the strongest Hashira is her brother-in-law, and to be a fool to think he can beat a sun and moon breather like him, that he doesn't deserve Kanae and to die. And then he cuts his head off and watches his head disintegrate and goes to Shinobu and asks if Kanae is safe. Shinobu says that she's fine and that the baby is also fine and that she should be waking up in just a little. He says okay and asks his crow to inform the Hashiras that Sanemi the Tarator is dead, that he tried to hurt Kanae and he was killed. He was upper moon too, and that there needs to be a much harder training with the demon slayers since there are dead demon slayers at the butterfly mansion, and that every Hashira must train them at one point, and they should be ready for Muzan if Sanemi is here, and to go to the masters to protect the master and inform them that Sanemi is dead, that there will be a Hashira meeting in a minute. Michikatsu picks up Kanae, and Yoriichi and Shinobu run with him to the master mansion, and they ask the master if they can please lay down Kanae so that she can be somewhere comfortable while she is unconcise. In the meantime, the master says yes, and he lays Kanae down and puts his Haori under her head so she can use it as a pillow so she can rest when the Hashira get there. Michikatsu says that Sanemi is dead, he killed him, and that Sanemi was the new upper moon too, and since he came back here, that they need to protect the master at all costs since Muzan might come to the master to hurt or kill him, so they need to train the demon slayers herder so they can be Hashira ready without being a Hashira, so they can be prepared if they run into a upper or lower rank demon, which the master agrees with, especially on training the other demon slayers to be stronger. The master says that they need to train them now since they don't know when Muzan will show up. As Michikatsu is talking, Kanae wake up and says Michikatsu's name. Michikatsu turns around and looks at Kanae, and she said, "My water just broke." Michikatsu runs to her and Shinobu does to Michikatsu, holds Kanae's hand, and says he's here for her, and tells Master to forgive us, but Kanae is having the baby right now. The Master understands, and Lady Amain volunteers to help Shinobu in Kanae's pregnancy as she's giving birth. Michikatsu asks for the Hashira to clear out for right now, but for Yurichi to stay and support him as he's going to be a new dad. Yurichi hugs Michikatsu and says that he's happy that his brother is going to be a dad, and that he's going to be an uncle, and that he will protect them no matter what. Michikatsu thanks Yurichi for his support as Kanae gives birth to their son. It's a boy. Michikatsu is so happy his son is born. While he is holding him, he kisses Kanae and tells her to rest, that she needs it for after giving birth to their beautiful son. Shinobu was along with Yurichi for seeing their new nephew. They ask Michikatsu what they are going to name him. Michikatsu says he doesn't know, but that he wants him and Kanae to think OT over and then name their son together. The son has a mix of Michikatsu's and Kanae's red and black hair, but his eyes are red like his father. Michikatsu puts the baby to sleep next to his wife so they can rest. Thank you guys for watching part 7 of Demon Slayer What Ifs. Make sure to still like and subscribe to let me know how you like the content. Next is part 8, The Purple Blade That Hurt Muzan.